3 months before I was born, my aunt died of cancer. I inherited her name, and 17 years later, I'm proud to be able to see so many people fighting this disease. The more people who know about it, the more chances there are of us being able to find a cure. And one of the largest organizations that have brought attention to this issue is Komen for the Cure. And they've done a great job of bringing attention to the fact that so many people suffer from this disease, and for that, I'm grateful. But they also have some faults, and I'd like to bring attention to both the positive and negative aspects of Komen for the Cure. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to be addressing both the positive and negative aspects of this organization. We'll start off with the first point, and that is that Komen started in 1982, and since that time, they have spent millions in ensuring that many people know about this disease, breast cancer. Now, according to the Komen website, in the years 2012 to 2014, 83 cents of every dollar was directly invested in their mission. And their mission is essentially to bring attention to this disease and to find a cure. Now, since 1982, quote, the 5-year relative survival rate for early stage breast cancer has risen from 74% to 99%. So essentially what that means is that more people are surviving in the early stages of cancer. Now, the second point that I have is that Komen for the Cure is making a difference in society. Komen for the Cure is making a difference in society. According to the 2013 annual fiscal report, 4.2 million low-income and uninsured women have been treated and served. Furthermore, Komen grants to the community organizations in and around D.C. And that the grants that they have given have amounted to over $1.5 million. So essentially what this means is that the people in and around D.C. have been given more of an ability to fight this disease. They've been given more opportunities to find cures and combat breast cancer. The third point is that Komen has secrets. So while it spreads awareness, it likes to keep some things hidden. So, for example, most of Komen for the Cure's funds don't go to finding a cure. Yes, you heard that right. Most of Komen for the Cure's funds most of Komen for the Cure's money does not go to finding a cure. So, in 2013, only 18% went to research and 7% went to treatment. So out of all of the money that they earned that year, only 18% went to research and 7% to treatment. Now, the funny thing is that this organization is dedicated to finding a cure and treating people. So only 18% went to research and 7% went to treatment. But where did the rest go? Their largest areas of spending were education, which was 38%, and screening, 20%. The leftover 17% went to administration and funding. Now, while I was researching, I wondered what education meant. For them to spend 38% of their funds for the whole year, that would have had to be very important, right? Well, as I was researching, I didn't find a lot of information. The most specific they got was that education meant breast cancer education and educational material. So what this means is that it could be seminars, it could be pamphlets, but other than that, they didn't get very specific. Now, what's more is that according to Huffington Post, Komen for the Cure spends $1 million annually suing smaller charity companies. Why? Because they might use the color pink in their logo or the word cure in their motto. So, again, according to Huffington Post, Komen for the Cure spends $1 million annually suing smaller charity companies. Now, moving on to my fourth and final point. In addition to the poor money spending choices, Komen invests in organizations and products that ultimately harm life. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. The first I have is that they partnered with KFC, the Kentucky Fried Chicken food chain. They partnered with that organization in a Buckets for the Cure campaign. And they also brand sugary items with their logo. So essentially what that means is that they're putting their brand on food products that are not healthy and can cause cancer. I think it's common knowledge that sugar there's been studies that sugar feeds cancer cells. So it's just kind of counterintuitive there. But then also, Komen for the Cure's perfume Promise Me has risen some eyebrows. According to Bruce Watson, senior contributor to the Daily Finance, says that, quote, among other questionable ingredients, Promise Me contains galaxide, a synthetic musk. Some studies have shown that it may be a contributing factor in the development of breast cancer. So by wearing their perfume, you could be getting some chemicals into your body that some studies have shown may contribute to breast cancer. So at the end of this, what we see is that Komen for the Cure has done a wonderful job of raising awareness and bringing attention to the fact that so many suffer from breast cancer. They've also screened and treated, or at least served, millions of uninsured and low-income women, people who might be at risk for cancer but don't necessarily have the means of combating that disease. And furthermore, they have brought more attention to the issue, and but while they are helping the community, they've also spent money in areas that are not necessarily helpful and that might contribute to breast cancer. So I hope you feel more informed, and I encourage you to do more research on this issue because I have by no means covered all of the bases. Thank you.